working from home. That commute to the office this morning was very low traffic. Thank you for joining me at my dining room table, aka my new office for the foreseeable future. I've been working from home now for probably 3 weeks. I've got a routine down. So I thought I'd just kind of guide you through typical what I do in a day, all day, every day. So I feel really thankful to still be able to work during this time, and I feel really thankful to be able to keep essentially almost my same routine that I had before. I am enjoying working from home quite a lot, actually. I miss being in the office and I miss seeing everyone I work with, talking to them throughout the day, but I find that being at home in a time of high anxiety, high stress is really comforting. Like I said, I've pretty much kept the exact same routine. I work in an accounting office, by the way. My job that I have allows me to do everything pretty much the same. I have a whole battle station set up here with my laptop, an extra big monitor here, a scanner, an adding machine here, and a whole lot of papers and files. I've taken up the entire dining room table with my battle station, but that's okay. So I am really enjoying it, and yeah, I'll just walk you through what I do for the day. So first thing, I woke up this morning, I put on a regular outfit. The only difference is I've been wearing a lot more jeans, but I still get dressed the same pretty much as when I actually was going into the office. It makes me feel like it's easier to be productive when I'm dressed for work and not dressed for casualness. It also just makes it feel more like my regular routine, and I think it makes it a lot easier to get in the headspace of now it's time to sit down and work. I got up, I did my normal morning routine, and I just came down here. I got to sleep in an extra few minutes because I didn't have a commute. I just had to walk down the stairs in here and boot up my computer. Then once I'm sitting down, I'm waiting for my computer to turn on and everything. The first thing I do is I grab my book here. So this is my day planner, and basically what I do is I note the time that I'm starting to work, because we record all of our time down to the 6 minutes. So every 6 minutes it's like a 0.1 of an hour, sometimes even 0.05 of an hour, 3 minutes. I note the time that I'm starting, and then I note the client that I'm going to be working on, and then whatever time I finish is when I will note that time and then the next client that I'm going to start working on. So today I'm working on a fairly big job, and it's also Saturday. Tomorrow's Easter Sunday, so I'm taking it pretty easy today. I'm probably gonna just be working on this one client for the whole time that I work today. And I've got myself set up for 4 to 5 hours probably of work, so not too bad for this time of year. It's a very busy time of year. The next thing I do is I take just a piece of scrap paper, back of something I misprinted or I printed and then didn't need again or something, and I like to make myself a schedule for the day. So I'll either do this first thing in the morning or last thing in the evening, like I'll make it for the next day. So yesterday evening, I actually already made myself a schedule for today. I think I just like to know what to expect when I wake up in the morning. I like to know exactly what I'm going to be working on. So that's a comforting feeling to me, to have a specific schedule. I'll break up my schedule into little mini goals that I want to accomplish throughout the day, and I think this really helps to keep me on track, helps to keep me focused, and I think it helps me stay more productive. I believe in that saying, what is it like? Work fills the amount of time that it's allowed, or something like that. Basically, that means if you have an hour to do something, then you'll probably get it done in pretty much an hour, give or take. But if you have 2 weeks to do something, it will probably, for some reason, still take you 2 weeks to do it. So, since I usually work fairly long days, I like to break up the day into these smaller little bite-sized pieces with these little goals that I can accomplish. And it's also really satisfying. It's a really accomplishing feeling to be able to cross things off throughout the day. Some of these files that we work on are huge and they take forever, like weeks. That can, I can start to feel really down if I've been working on something for weeks and I'm still not done, and I see that I still have a long way to go on it. It makes me feel like I'm not really getting anything accomplished and I'm not productive. Breaking these large tasks up into small tasks make me feel a lot better, and I think it actually makes me work a lot more efficiently. It keeps my motivation up throughout the day, and I have like 100% energy throughout the whole day because I want to get my next thing done on time, and then I want to get the next thing done on time. Having a schedule like that for the day works really well for me. I also always have my big water bottle here, and I always try and make sure that I'm sipping on it like all the time. I want to make sure that I'm drinking enough water. Okay, so I've already got my computer started up and I've got what I'm going to be working on open, and there's going to be a lot of mouse clicking and a lot of typing here, and probably a lot of punching the keys on my adding machine over here. And I'm just realizing that there's probably absolutely nothing better than sharing my job with you to help you fall asleep. This is probably pretty much the best lullaby you will ever get. 99% of people, you're going to be knocked right out as soon as I start talking about these numbers and things. So, this is actually great. One thing I'm working on today here, obviously, it's all pretty confidential, so I'm not showing you my screen, but I've got a bunch of numbers here. What I do is a lot of adding, a lot of double checking that things agree, numbers agree, and a lot of documenting things. So everything that I do has to be reviewed by someone. So they have to be able to understand what I've done in order to review it. So everything I do, I pretty much have to document in a very detailed way. There's a lot of writing, and there's a lot of note taking. So for example here, I've got a list of numbers that the client has given us. And the client has a total at the bottom where they've added up this list of numbers. And they've got these numbers saying at the bottom, here's the total that I came up with. So we're going to take their number, but I have got to do my own adding here of their numbers to make sure that I come up with the same number that they did as the sum, verifying the accuracy of the number that they gave us. So I've got my adding machine over here. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm adding up the numbers. Okay, so I've come up with the same number that they did. So what I did is called footing. So I'm going to note on here that I have footed the client's numbers. And that will show that this number is accurate and we're okay to be using it. We also do a lot of working in Excel, a lot of formulas in Excel, and I find it really fun. I honestly love my job, but I know it's not for everyone, and a lot of people would probably be bored out of their mind doing this. And I don't find it boring at all. I find it fun. It's like a puzzle, solving a puzzle, but it can be super challenging and super hard, and that's the only thing that I really look forward to when I have more experience and it comes more naturally to me. It can be more of it can be like a puzzle, and less of it can be like this huge question mark that I have no idea what I'm looking at. So for the most part, I'd say I've gotten there where I know what I'm supposed to be doing on most things, but I definitely still have lots of questions, and that's okay. I think it's good to ask questions. And I found that working from home has really actually helped me with working more hours, because it's our busy time of year right now, and so we're encouraged to work some overtime, and I'm always trying to put in some extra hours, but at the office I would find that it would be quite distracting when I would, for example, see people in the evening leaving and going home for the night. I'd almost have FOMO. Like I wouldn't be able to focus on my work once it got to a certain time at night, because I'd know that people were going home and going to, start to unwind for the evening, and I would feel like maybe I was missing out on something at home or whatever. So being at home, it's just me here, and for all I know, everyone else is still working too when I am, and I'm already home. I know that there's nothing here that I'm not missing out on. I'd either be here working on my computer, or I'd be over there on the couch reading my book or something. It's been great for working those extra hours and not having that FOMO. And there's been quite a few nights where I'll just take a break for supper and think I'm done for the day, and then say, you know what, I think I'm just going to go back to my computer for a couple hours, sit down, and get a little bit more done, just because I can. And like I said, I do like my job, and I enjoy crossing things off my list and getting things done. So, I'd just as soon rather be doing that than something else. So that's been really, really good for me. And I'm lucky that I have work right now that can help me relax, because it is such an anxious and stressful time. And I think that relaxation right now is something that we really need to be prioritizing to help curb the anxiety that we're all feeling. Because you can't be relaxed and anxious at the same time. So I think that a way that you get to that relaxed state is going to be different for everybody. But if you know what does get you to that state, then that is what I believe we should be doing, that as much as possible right now. I know that there are a lot of people who are feeling guilty. They're not doing enough right now. But I really feel like this is the most important thing that you can do. If you're not working anymore and you're home, and you know that you have to stay home for the foreseeable future, and you're feeling anxious and stressed, and the most important thing to do isn't like to always be cleaning your house or whatever. Like, nobody's coming over to see it, So I think the most important thing to be doing now is to take care of yourself physically and mentally. So the best way to do that, honestly, is to find something that relaxes you and just keep doing it. This is so awesome. I'm going to be able to cross off my first little task early. Yay! Usually it balances out, because if something takes less time than I thought it would, then the next thing will probably take more time than I thought it would. But it's still overall really, really helpful in helping me feel like I'm getting things done, I'm accomplishing things. Luckily, I don't ever have that feeling of boredom, which I know so many people are feeling right now. I don't envy that, because not being able to do a lot of the things that make you feel good and that make you feel like you have a sense of purpose, like going to your job or seeing your friends and family, not being able to do that is super hard. And then on top of that, add that you feel like there aren't many options of things that you can do at home, or things that you want to do. That would be really hard. But I think we're at least lucky in the sense that we're in a really digital time where we're able to connect with people were able to find things to do without leaving our homes. Like, there are a lot of people who would barely leave their homes before because there's enough to do just by, like, we can FaceTime people, there are shows we can watch, there are online courses we can take, there are books to read, and online, and so many, like, things like YouTube are such great online resources for ways to relax or for finding things that can teach us something new, like a craft that we've wanted to learn, or some cooking or baking that we've wanted to learn how to do. And so I think that hopefully will really help people avoid boredom. But like I said, if you don't want to be doing crafts and all this extravagant cooking and baking, that's definitely not something to feel guilty about. I think the only time you should be feeling guilty right now is if you know that you're in the middle of a very stressful, fear-inducing pandemic, and you're not doing whatever it is that you can do that brings a feeling of relaxation upon you. That's the only time that you should feel guilty. Is if you're not trying to make yourself feel better, feel less stressed, and cope with the situation that we're stuck in. So sorry, I'm gonna get down off my soapbox now. I just think it's so important. And for a lot of people, like, honestly, if you're watching this video, then that's probably what you're doing right now, is trying to find an outlet, something that helps you feel less stressed. And we're so lucky as people who do experience ASMR that there is something that can so easily put us in this state of relaxation. Because for a lot of people, they don't necessarily have something that they can just go to feel instantly relaxed or tired, or like everything's okay. So we're lucky in that sense. So I would love to know what you're up to right now, if you're still working or if you're just stuck at home. And how are you coping with everything? How are you feeling? What are some things that you've found that you can do to make yourself feel better? I would love to know. Yay! I can cross it off. Awesome. Yeah, I'm pretty sure either you're probably asleep already or really getting there from this video. If you hadn't experienced boredom yet during your quarantine, now you probably definitely have. But I'd like to just really thank you for watching. I just wanted to share this with you because this is my life right now 99% of the time, and I wanted to make sure that you got a glimpse into it, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for sticking around for the whole video, and I wish you the best. I hope you're staying safe and healthy, and I won't be going anywhere, so as long as this lasts, there will still be new videos from me every week. So take care. Thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you really soon.